shred of fear. To be consecrated nation. Oh, Fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling of blood will count up privilege. The which emboldens the free shall always be of us,
All hail Biafra! All hail Biafra! IPOB one family, ever formidable, ever consistent. Children of Most High Chukwuka Biamapuri Mihenine, I greet you all, comrades. Good evening, good night, good morning, and good afternoon from wherever you are joining us. You are welcome to Biafran Twitter space, and my name remains your humble Mazi Chukwuemeka Anyoro Okafor. Mazi Okafor is from Aniocha province in Biafra land in Omambala, and I based in Bremen, Germany, and served the indigenous people of Biafra as the Northern Region Coordinator. I greet each and every one of you, and as you are joining us, endeavor to invite your friends, your well-wishers, even your enemies. Don't deny them the opportunity to join this important gospel of today, this interactive section, where we will try to straighten up many things, to put the narrative straight the way it is, where we will make sure that we tell our story the way it is, where we will make the enemy camp understand that violence is not the modus operandi of IPOB, where we will make them understand that we are the biggest mass movement the mankind have ever experienced, where we will make them understand that IPOB is represented in more than 120 countries in this earth, and we are registered entity, and we are known as peaceful, peace-loving, freedom, peace-loving people. We never cause problem wherever we base, and we are working, paying our taxes, contributing to the growth of every society that we belong. Thank you very much and welcome one more time. Before we continue, I want to thank our eternal leader, Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, a man that saw it all, a man that sacrificed all his father's words, a man that sacrificed everything that was precious to him to make sure that people like us are here today. The same thanks and praises goes to our supreme leader, our spiritual leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya and renditioned to this contraption called Zoo, Nigeria, where so many indigenous population are trapped. A man that have sacrificed his both parents for the sake of the love he had for his people. A man that has always maintained that this piece of land, this sacred piece of land given to the children of light shall always be peaceful. The Prince of Peace, the Prince from the East. I say wherever he is, may Okike continue to be his strength. May Elohim protect him, and may he join us very soon and lead us into the Biafra of our dream. The Biafra we are fighting to restore is a land of milk and honey, the kingdom of Chukwukabiam on this earth. We are fighting for a Biafra where human life is sacred, where a human blood is more sacred, is more regarded, is more important than the blood of a cow. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where people, where equal rights we exist, where your right is not depending on which politician you know or how much money you have in your bank account, where justice will be peddled on each individual according to whatever crime you committed, where justice will be blind to everybody, whether rich or poor, tall or short. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where there will be free education for the coming generation so that they will be equipped to face the necessary, whatever struggle that the world will throw at them, that they will be strong enough to defeat it. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where power supply will be a thing of the past. It will be your human right to have electricity 24 hours, just like most of us who are that are living in diasporas are enjoying. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where healthcare will be an universal right for every indigene that live within our boundary. Not when you are sick. It will depend on if you have money, then a doctor will treat you. A millionaire will be first treated before you, or things like that. Such nonsense shall not happen in Biafra because we live in most of us IPOB members, family members who live in diaspora, we live in a civilized society where when you are sick, you will be treated because there is free health care. When you're sick, you will get medication because the government provides free healthcare for its citizens. And so shall we implement it in the Biafra we are fighting to restore. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where there will be security for life and properties, where the government will guarantee insurance for properties of our citizens in case if anything happens to your property, just like the way they're burning our shops in different parts of that contraption called zoo. So there will be insurance to cover the damages of those that are losing their property from natural cause or from whatever cause. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where there will be good road. Not when you want to travel from Abakaliki to Onitsha, you will need 7 hours. A journey of, in a normal circumstances, is 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. But because of bad roads, because of corrupt politicians, our people are spending 7, 8 hours in a very dangerous condition, traveling in a distance, within a distance of 150 kilometers, 200 kilometers. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where seaports will be in almost every part of Biafra land because we are surrounded with water. We are not landlocked like the way the enemy is trying to project it, that we are landlocked, circling a dot in a circle and those nonsense. We don't want our youth or our people to buy into that narrative. And this is the message we will continue preaching, that people understand we are not landlocked. We have water surrounding us in every corner of Biafra land. And that is a fact. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where the government shall see it as a duty to support the young entrepreneurs so that they will create jobs for our population, so that they will make sure that the economy of Biafra land continue booming. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where the government will see it as their duty to support the existing industries so that they shall compete. They will be able to compete internationally with other big concerns like Mercedes, Audi, and all these other companies that you have. The Biafra we are fighting to restore shall be a Biafra where there will be freedom of press, freedom of religion, where a common human being will have a say, where your vote, whenever there is election, your vote will really count. It shall not be this type of drama that people experience, this election that people experienced recently in that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. What are we fighting against? Our first and foremost mission is to make sure that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he came out unscratched from that contraption detention where he's sitting in DSS dungeon in isolation for the past 6 months. Since the Court of Appeal have discharged him since 13th of October, our leader is being detained illegally in DSS dungeon at facilities at Abuja, and the world are keeping blind eye to it. And most Igbo politicians are falling, they are just deaf and dumb, and they are blind, pretending as if they don't know what is happening. But we shall bring reality to them. Whether they like it or not, they shall face the reality of the day. And what is the reality of the day? There is injustice against our people. There is oppression. There is oppression against our people. There is massacre against our people. We are suffering from different kind of massacre. We've been suffering from different kind of massacre since the time of a Ekumeku war, where our people fought the British people and defeat them with all their armory. That casualty that we gave the Britain has not been forgotten. We thought that our enemies have forgotten what we did to them. Till today, they've not forgot it. They are taking their revenge through the gullible Fulani tribe that we are amalgamated together in the contraption called Nigeria. They are using neo-colonialists to a kind of oppress our people, to a kind of subjugate our people, to a kind of massacre our people. But all this nonsense shall stop, and we have the opportunity to stop it when we work together, when we all come together under one umbrella called IPOB. Our people fail to understand the importance of togetherness. Our ancestors knew that. That's why they create different kind of kindred communities, meeting and everything, so that they will keep our people together as a bond, so that we should be able to face whatever enemies that are coming from outside to destroy us. But the current politicians we have, these are men without scotrum. These are men without balls between their legs. Men that are not ready to speak the truth, to say it the way it is, to tell their enemies, my people are being massacred. Why is it happening? Why are we being treated this way? Why must Biafrans travel all the way to Lagos when they have opportunity, when they have water surrounding them? Why is the seaport in Port Harcourt not working? Why is the seaport in Calabar not working? Why is the seaport in Sapele not working? Why is the seaport that were planned to be built somewhere near Enugu is not working in Ebony? Why? Why are they not asking those questions? Why is the international airport in Enugu that used to exist before, why is no international flights coming there? These are some of the questions our leader asked them that they call for his head. This is just the reason why they were calling for his head. This is one of the reasons our leader was being brutally rendition. Let me just say kidnapped in Kenya and brought back in a box to Nigeria. That contraption called zoo. Because the way I was in a space today and I understood that is either most people are ignorant of the fact or they don't want to face the reality. We've been drumming whatever that is happening the last days, but most of our people are still so ignorant. They don't know what time we are in right now. They don't understand what is happening around them. They don't understand what is happening in their community. I don't know whether they are just ignorant or they don't care. But when it happened, they will start screaming. When it happened, they will start calling IPOB for help. But IPOB have been trying, doing his best to inform, to create awareness, to tell everybody what is happening, to update our people. Go and download IPOB community app so that you will know exactly what is happening in Biafra land, so that you will know exactly what is happening in your community, so that you will know exactly when the enemies are planning to invade your community. Igbo si na agha kara aka ada eri ngwọrọ, but our people keep turning blind eyes. Comrades and robbers of freedom from all over the world, before we continue Let's not forget to thank our able HDOS, Mazi Chike Doziem, the man that has the steering of this ship called IPOB in the absence of our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We say wherever he is, may Okike guide and protect him and give him more wisdom to continue to handle the affairs of this great family. Somebody should help me and tweet the doors. The doors are wise wherever they are. May Okike continue to bless them. These are men that projected when the zoo sees the occurrence that is going to happen, our people fall blind here. These are men that projected most of the calamities that were about to happen. Nobody listened, apart from the ones that our leader prophesied that have come to pass. We keep warning, but nobody listened. Only when it happened, people will start saying, oh, we don't know, oh, we don't know, or oh, we don't know. For those of you that have interest to join what we are doing or to contribute or to aid their view, don't fail to indicate, because as the time go in, I'm going to call you in and you will get 3 minutes to address lovers of freedom from all over the world. As we continue with acknowledging those that are doing everything possible to make sure that this message go through, I want to thank the host, because I know what he's going through, for providing the platform for us to be able to strategize and execute. Because what we are doing is not kindred meeting, nor is it Omona meeting. What we do is freedom fighting, creating awareness, making sure that our people understand the time we are in right now, making sure that our people understand things that might happen before this 29th of May, before, after this, their selection, things that will still happen. So make sure you share this program and make sure you inform your friends, your well-wishers, your neighbors. This program is just 1 hour program. We try to make it more interactive as we can so that those that don't have the opportunity to join us right now can join us later or can listen to it later, to whatever we discuss here, whatever we plan, or whatever strategy we decide to follow. Those of you that miss the live section can listen to it later. I thank my comrade, cartoon that shows up today, Sam Malaki, Mazi Oziomachi, a lot of comrades that are here today. I thank you all for being here, for heeding the call as comrade. May Chukwu Kabiama bless you all and may he continue to be your guide. Before I continue, let me let Mazi Oziomachi share one word with us, then we can continue. Mazi Oziomachi, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you clear.
Mazi, the mic is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Biafran Twitter. Thank you, Chukwu Emeka Nyora. Thank you so much for the privilege. All right, I just want to thank Biama who have let the prophecies that he put in the mouth of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be coming to pass. Just like currently we got the one that impersonated Buhari is Niger Republic. And people, Arise News, they were discussing it, and when I was watching it today, and many people were like, so are they trying to explain to all that this man is not Buhari? Why are you planning to leave your country? You say, according to Buhari, he's giving excuses that he doesn't want anybody to disturb him. That's giving excuses that he want to leverage upon so that he can travel to Niger Republic. And it is opening the eyes of people that that man that our leader talks about is that is in the Asarok, and he is done with his tenure, and he wants to transport himself back to where he belongs. And these are the things that are opening the eyes of our people. I just want to thank Chukwu Kabema for he is actually bringing those prophecies into reality.
Mazi, I don't know, because we were under attack before we start this program. That's why we started late, because Twitter was a kind of trying to disrupt us. And your voice is not stable. So I don't know whether it's because of where you're standing or where you're commenting
Okay.
from. If you can change position on and then continue. We are there. We are waiting. Continue.
Okay. Can you hear me clear now? Hello? You can
Maz,
hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Continue. If it's bad, I will tell you again.
All right, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So just like I was saying, just using this privilege to thank Chukwuka Abima for bringing the prophecy that he put in the mouth of our leader
Ma- Mazi,
to become a
Mazi,
reality.
I'm very Mazi. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear?
All right.
Mazi,
On
Mazi, your connection.
Thursday, when I was one of my social Twitter handle, I call it Pan Africanist. Yes, yes, I can hear
Mazi,
you.
Mazi, your this thing is shaking. So I stormed this thing. I put everything on storm because I cannot hear you well. Your connection is not good. So I will advise you change position. Let me give Mazi Kechukwu the opportunity to talk, and then after that, you will get the mic back, please, Mazi Oziomachi. Comrade, can you hear me, Mazi Kechukwu?
Yeah,
Mazi, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Mazi.
Okay, loud and clear. I know that somehow you are disturbed after going to the space that me myself was present at right now. But it's good sometimes that you hear also the narrative of others so that you will know how gullible Nigerians are, so that you will understand what kind of hatred people have for us, so that you will know how people, I would say, consciously spread fake narrative to a kind of corrupt the mind of the youth of that country. So that is just a fact. The mic is yours, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. You know, um, uh, I was there and they were like trying to push false narrative, and trying to um, put more like a negative pressure on me. But they never knew that I wasn't like comfortable where I was. So I started to redress. Off the mic, started to redress, and then they took me off. Okay. I would have, assuming they put me back there, I would have put all of them where they belong. They are very stupid. I would have put all of them, even the host, where they belong. Because this movement we are in is not just an ordinary movement, okay? This is a very, would I say, a supernatural movement, okay, that Chukwukabiama himself looks upon. He protects this very movement. That is the reason why, that is one of the biggest reason why this movement have never and will never collapse. Okay. So our leader is going to court. He's going to the Supreme Court on 11th, okay? And we should mind that very fact and not what they are saying. We will always have haters everywhere. Okay, we will always have haters. We will always have misinterpreters here and there. So it is not today. Their hatred is not today. Our most our people shouldn't even be afraid of what they are saying or even be angry of what they are saying because they are just minor haters. Our main haters are the British government. The British government are our main haters. When I say main haters, they are the biggest haters because they won't come out to tell you, but they hate us with passion because we want to. Well, we are now trying to drag away that thing, that our property that they are holding, our freedom that they are holding to enrich themselves. We are now trying to drag it out from their mouth. So we are they are our biggest haters, and not all these little shenanigans shouting up and down in a corrugated spaces. Okay, so our people have to stay focused. If many of them, if they join here to this broadcast and try to pick up mic, I would be glad, okay, to answer their questions very well. Okay. So our people have to be focused. Our leader is going to court and they will try all they can to propagate more lies against us. You can listen to the other one trying to bring out false accusations against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's trying to, link Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with their criminal saboteur, or would I say Nigerian agent in Finland, which
Machiake, you see, I think when I addressed that this night, I bet you were not there because I know exactly where they were going. They were pretending as if they don't know those committing those crimes.
that was what I
That was why I asked that lady that was trying to say, yeah, the federal government has reason for this or for that. I said, hold on for a moment. If
Mazi, seems like the network is like disturbing. We must continue. We must continue. I tried. Mazi Oziomachi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you.
I hear you.
Okay, it's like looks like our comrades network. They are attacking his network, but their powers are already a failed one. Okay, we must continue. I tried to enumerate more pleasantly or more flatly the difference between IPOB and the criminal in Finland. Okay, I tried so hard. I was like trying to enumerate to them that we are not same people with what they are trying to do. They are autopilot and all that. But they were like asking me and then trying to push away my narrative. Okay, trying to push away my narrative and trying to make me look like I was talking out of the main topic. Okay, and these people, they know what they are doing. That is the reason why I tried to go back there. Then they refused to yield the mic to me. Okay, they refused to give me the mic. Okay, I wanted to go there and backlash, or as in lash all of them to where they would have their senses together. Okay, our people should not relent. These people, they will come in, they will bring up false news or false stories against us. The reason why they prescribe IPOB. The other one was Busey, trying so hard to raise some points. But if we fail or if we go back in debunking all those lies, they will continue in what they are doing. Okay, they will continue so persistently in what they are doing to bring us down. But I know very well that Chukwu Kabiama in heaven is always with us, and our consistency in this very struggle will always make us very buoyant. Okay, we are never backing down. We will continue to defend this very struggle, even with the last drop of our blood. Okay, we are going to defend this very struggle. I am passing a message, even though he's not listening to me, to our leader, Onyendoma Nnamdi Kanu, our most beloved leader, Onyendoma Nnamdi Kanu, that we are solidly behind him in any steps he takes. Any step he takes, we are solidly behind him. I know very well that, and everyone knows very well that he has no fear, no single fear in him, but words of encouragement will also give him more encouragement. Okay? Words of encouragement will also give him words of as an encouragement. Even our
Ndewo, Mazi,
beloved.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi.
They just kind of throw me out. It might still happen because we are under attack. This thing started at the beginning of this program, but we must continue. They cannot stop us. We must continue. You see, whenever they are attacking us, we are doing the right thing. This is what our leader told us. Once they start attacking us, knows that what we are saying is touching them. And whether they like it or not, they must get it. We must, you see, that truth, we must tell them. Whether they like it or not, they must receive it, because that is just the reality. And there is nothing any human being can do against it, because we have a mandate from Elohim. This is a promise Elohim gave to us, and nobody can stop us. It is either Biafra or Biafra. There will be no retreat. There will be no surrender until we get to our promised land. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That we are radicalized, it's not just the way all this, I don't know, chicken and midget are radicalized. Our own Biafra is our religion. The air we breathe is Biafra. Anything we do in this life is Biafra. And our biggest dream is on that day Okike call us back, that Biafran flag is put, that we are going with Biafran flag in our gasket. That is the wish of every IPOB family member that truly believe in this struggle. And this is the message we are letting all of them know. So no matter what you do to stop us, we cannot stop. We've crossed the Rubicon. There is nothing you do that will stop us. So all these things you guys are throwing at us, even keeping our leader in your DSS dungeon, trying the last 2 years to destroy this movement, can't you see that you're failing? If you like, throw us out 20 times, we will come back. And as we are coming back, we will be posting. I will be hashtagging Elon Musk, letting him understand what some of his workers are doing, corrupt, taking money from the zoo government to suppress the free speech that these bluebirds have provided since Elon Musk took over it. But Mazi, I will just leave that side and we will continue with our program, because we will not let them disrupt us. We said in our last program that now that our leader is going to court on the 11th of May, 2023, now that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear his case and has given the zoo government the ultimatum to make sure they brought up whatever they have against him on that day, because they want to close that case on that particular day. We want in our last space that the agent provocateur, those that have taken money from the corrupt politicians, those that are willing to make sure that have sweat tooth and nail to make sure that our leader will not come out, they will start committing one crime on the other and try to put it on the name of our leader. And most of you saw some that they tried in the last days. But thank you, Kabiama, due to the awareness we are creating, some of our people, most of our people have woken up. Most of our people have understood the difference between IPOB under the leadership of DOS in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then these criminals that are roaming up and down, calling themselves whatever they are calling themselves. Our people are waking up. So I will hand back the mic over to Mazi Ikechukwu. So Mazi Ikechukwu, please make it shortly. And Mazi Udaga Obasi.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we are disciplined. If the mic is not giving free to you, please don't free your mic. You just wait and have patience. You will get the mic. This is Biafran Twitter space. We give everybody the opportunity to air his view. So please, but that discipline our leader taught us is what we live here. We live by example. We show people the way it is done. We are not in the zoo. So have patience, my brother. Mazi Ikechukwu, the mic is yours. Please just take short time and round up. You will get the mic later before we leave the program. After you, the Mazi Udara can take over. After that, we go to Mazi Oziomachi, because he was in a place that he has no net. Machineke, the mic is yours. Continue.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much. We can think or reason properly to ask questions. Why is this very space being attacked like this? We were in the other space for for hours, and there was nothing like attack. There was nothing like network issues or what. But immediately we just started this very space, the network issues came up. this is to show you that our enemies are very, very bigger and not all these little shenanigans there. Our enemies are bigger, so we should look up more higher. Okay, we should tighten our belts and look up more higher to, redress and correct what our enemies are putting to us. Okay, those hassle that they even, try to lacerate my opinion, but I know very well that their forces are powerless. Their forces are powerless. We have to continue to pray for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know very well that prayer is not everything, but prayer works a lot in this very struggle. We shouldn't always, trying to lacerate the effort of prayers. Okay, we should always also try to put our leader, the Lego team, and the DOS in prayers. Okay, because spirituality controls the physical. This is a very a truthful fact. Spirituality controls, but we shouldn't always, depend on praying and praying. We should put everything in prayers first and then do the needful, which is debunking their lies, standing up to the truth always. Do not relent, okay? Do not relent. Even in your streets, do not relent. A lot of people has known me physically very well. A lot of my friends, what they call me is this MNK Junior. That's what they call me always here. And I do not, a lot have said that maybe, I have feared in many times to be attacked by, the Nigerian terrorist agents. But I know very well that Chukwu Kabiama is with us, all of us, even back home and diaspora. Okay, we shouldn't relent. We shouldn't back down.
Ndewo, Mazi.
Back down. Oh,
Ndewo.
the
Ndewo. Let me give the mic to Mazi Udara, and after that, Mazi Oziomachi, you will get back the mic again,
thank you.
my comrade. Ndewo. So, Mazi Udara, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. 100%. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but Mazi, before you move on, I will need a short introduction because you are a speaker today for the first time in our program. So I would like you to kind of give us short introduction. If you are in the contraption called Zoo Nigeria, you don't need to tell us your this thing, but if not, you are welcome watching it. The mic is yours.
There we go. I help Biafra. My name remains Mazi Udara Pompasi, and I head from Abreba in Abia State. And by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I am a national coordinator. I am a national mobilizing coordinator in Ukraine as a whole. Fled from the war in Ukraine. By the grace of God, we made it out. And I am also the head of Umuchukwu Writers. Most of you know about us. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, you're quite right, Mazi. This is my first time on any program on Twitter. I just woke up from sleep and I went to Twitter. I saw this. At first, I was listening to understand what the program was all about. Of course, we all use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to do, whatever we want to do. So I was paying attention, keen attention to understand what the program was all about and who we are following. I have to apologize to the house for unmuting myself because I heard something I've been waiting since I joined the conversation, and I understood that someone mentioned, the person who spoke previously before me mentioned, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu giving the power to the DOS. So that means this organization, this topic we are talking about right now, we do understand. I actually wanted to ask a question before he said that. So I didn't know how the rules goes because I was waiting people were just unmuting and speaking. So that's why I did that. So, however, I apologize. Mazi, before we go further, I just want to ask a direct question to you, so I can make sure I understand what I'm doing here. So this topic is being discussed on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no doubt. But do we also, are we also under the DOS? It is very important for me because I don't like to make mistakes. Please answer me. Yes,
Mazi,
please.
if you are former coordinator of national coordinator from Ukraine, that means you are now in Germany. From my information
What?
that I have about it, you are now in Germany.
I'm not the. That's the national coordinator. I am the national mobilizing officer, not the national coordinator.
Okay,
I made a mistake.
Okay, because
go ahead.
Okay, because I know that the national coordinator is in Germany.
Yes, he is.
As the regional coordinator in the northern part of Germany,
Okay.
I know through my national coordinator that your national coordinator fled the war also, and is somewhere near Cologne, definitely in Cologne,
yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are 100% right. Go ahead.
Mazi, you're welcome. You're welcome. We are under the leadership of DOS, and here. We are in the absence of our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our loyalty goes to the DOS, Mazi Chike Dogiem, the head DOS. So you can continue. You are safe.
All right. Thank you very much. And I am actually in the United States by the grace of God, and came into the country and have been trying. I saw a lot of problems going on, which still brings back to the reason why we are having this topic. I must recommend and I must, praise every IPOB member under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and DOS. And also, on the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I would say we have all been doing well. Just like the previous speakers have been saying, we've been attacked. We are being attacked from every angle. But one thing I believe, if we are all the followers of Radio Biafra London, then which is the best university bar none on this planet, you would remember when our leader normally says, of course, this battle is not easy. I thought that was a joke, but I've been in this struggle since 2012. I've seen it all, I would not lie. But by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama, we are still here and we will continue to be here until the restoration of Biafra is assured and beyond. And what we are doing is very, very important that we all understand. And we shouldn't stop doing what we are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB at large, this is for Biafra not to come. But the minute we, improvise and keep on doing whatever we are doing, I strongly believe that Biafra is going to come. Like I said, the media, though they might not say anything, it's my first time joining this conversation, but you can go to any length to confirm or find out who I am. Like I said, I am the head of Umuchukwu Writers, and though the head of the medias, Mazi Ofoma and Mazi Chinasanguru, and then Lolo Karumande, they might not say anything, but we here in the media, we need help. We need help, all the help we can get. And I'm not asking for anybody to give us money. No, we need the actual gadgets to actually execute whatever we are doing. Recently, we started investigative journalism. That means sending people to the field to get whatever information we can get. Yes, we disguise ourselves, but the real equipment to get all these things done is being hard. And that's why it seems like, most of the things happening to us are happening. And again, we understand the suppressions we are getting from media outlet. For example, Twitter, I didn't even know Twitter started attacking us until someone said something over here, which I'm going to look into. But of course, the suppression from Facebook is massive. Even the accounts we have, because we started this job using our real identity, and right now those accounts are being threatened. Regardless of how we open new accounts just to propagate this message, they still identify us. That simply means Ekwensu Bagambaya in the highest order. but we cannot stop doing what we are doing because all Biafra like just like our previous brother said, it's Biafra or Biafra, and that remains sacrosanct. In Haitoga will Biafra, but will Biafra. And one thing is sure, by the end of the tunnel, by the end of this journey, we would have our country, we would have our nation to be proud of. We would be recognized as a Biafran. And the good thing is the news going up recently on the press release that was done, I think last 2 weeks precisely, on the invitations we gave to Russia. To me, I believe that's it's a game changer since the West is doing nothing to help us down over here. I think that was a game changer, and I gave an applause to the DOS for making such move, and simply means we are getting to where we need to be. So I must applaud all of you. I will applaud all of you to continue doing whatever you do. And also this Twitter is very, very, very important. If you don't know how to tweet, it's very simple. Most of us do tweet. We do tweet. You can follow Mazi Emeka Gift. You can follow Mazi Emeka Gift or Mazi China Samuru to retweet. If you can't tweet whatever information we are bringing out yourself, you can retweet all these messages, because we need every hand to be on deck, especially on Twitter, to be on deck, propagating this message, sending the message from one end to another. That's the only way, because nobody will talk about us. So we can only talk about ourselves by what we are doing right now, having such programs and hosting such programs and deliberating on issues regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And again, but the last but not the least, I would say, when it comes to the Supreme Court hearing we'll have on 11th of May, the only thing we keep praying, prayer is not, what's it called? I mean, prayer without action can literally not work, based on those who understand how life works. But of course, we will continue praying, because we cannot forget that aspect. The only reason we exist is to worship Yahweh, and we'll continue doing that. But while doing that, we need to also implement actions. Actions that can help us get to where we need to be, actions that can help us move from point A to point B, not actions that, not praying and then remain stagnant. It doesn't make any sense. So I am denario monyuku monyenta biko unu jide kunuji. And wherever you see these saboteurs, do not let them be. You have to kick them out in all ramifications. You have to go after them in all ramifications. You have to, whenever you see a comment that is not, applicable or consigning whatever we are doing, you have to hit them hard. Because if you keep quiet, that is the only time evil flourish, even in the midst of good men. Or they say evil flourish when good men, leave evil. So we cannot let that happen, please. This is very important. When you see all these people causing havoc in our land, both home and abroad, do not let them breathe. Don't give them a breathable space. Go after them with all you've got, and be rest assured that Chukwu Okike Abiyama ga-anọnyere Chukwu gozie unu, and the host of this this very gathering, God bless you. Thank you for having this idea, and thank you for actually implementing it. Jide nke iji, Chukwu gozie onye ọbụla. Ndewonu. I remember Azụdagha Agwabasi. Daalụnụ.
Ndewo Mazi, Ndewo. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to be your strength. I commend the work you people are doing, because I'm also a follower of your page there in Twitter. So it's always that thing we are telling our people, always retweet. When you have no idea of what to tweet, retweet what other comrades are tweeting. Make sure you support one another, because Igwebiike, onye si gwara anyị destiny, onye ndu kọwara anyị destiny ọfụma, Igwebiike. And once we understand the power behind that word, because ndị be anyị kwurie Igwebiike, ndị Igbo kwu that thing, ma ihe ha mean. Onye akpata mgbe gboo, nwoke na-eto ikorobịa, ndị otu abịa nyere ya aka rụọ ụlọ, nyere ya aka dozie things ka o nwee ike ibi ndụ. So ndị Igbo anyị, Biafra land ị na-ene anya, arụrụ ya with Igwebiike. And oh yeah, many people are oh yeah, how many people. But we must continue. We will continue creating awareness. We will continue educating our people. We will continue saying the narrative, saying our own story the way it is. We will never let the enemies put their own narrative before our own. I want to remind everybody, it is our duty to educate the world, to let them understand exactly the advantage of restoring the Biafran nation, because we are not bringing something new. We were in existence before all this rubbish. And this is what most of our youth does not know. Some of them will think that is Ikemba that brought Biafra because of the Biafran war. But no, we are talking of a nation, a civilization that is more than 5,000 years in existence before some crooks, some criminals from Britain came and destroyed it. But we must continue. We must continue. Another day is the coming Biafran Heroes Day, where we remember our ancestors, the class of 1967, those men that died smiling, those men that snatched gun from their enemy with bare hand and still defeated them. Even though the world does not want to admit, we didn't fight only against the zoo or the Fulani hegemony. We were fighting against the world powers. Those men could live in freedom. 3 good years, they built their weapon. In that 3 years, they were the only black nation that built car. They were the only black nation that refined fuel. They were the only black nation that were able to provide electricity, provide amenities for their citizens, barely with nothing, only with their own mindset. So we shall honor them greatly. And if you happens to be or based within Germany, please don't forget IPOB Germany will be having a very great event to remember our heroes in Berlin. Exactly on 30th May, we will be in the front of German government house. We call it here the Kanzleramt. We shall march from there to their Bundestag, damn it, the parliament house also. Before I continue, let me give Mazi Oziomachi the opportunity because he was here before. Comrade, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, now your voice is clear. Wachineke, the mic is yours. Please continue.
Okay, thank you so much. Just like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I was trying to inform the Nigerians that are, joining this space that their president is traveling back to where he belongs. According to Arise News, we are talking about him saying, why would he want to travel to Niger? That anybody that will serve Nigeria will serve him both in office and out of the office. But after his own tenure, he's planning to travel back to Niger, and they are trying to make people to understand. I believe the Arise News themselves did not even understand what is going on. Maybe probably they know, but they don't want to talk about it. That young man they see there is not Buhari. You understand? Now, Punch News, they hosted a space. It should be on Wednesday or Thursday, and I joined the space. I collected mic. Now, when they were talking, their topic was the promises that Buhari made to Nigeria. Has he fulfilled any of them? Now, when I collected mic, I made them to understand that it will be a shameful thing for them to come on the social media like this, where people gather from different countries, and they are talking about their president making promises. How can a president come and make promise? Are you making promises that you are building that thing with your money? Something that you are building with the country economy, the country money. You are there making promises to the people that you are going to build the road, you are going to give a youth job, you are going to create this one. Is it your money? Why are you making promises to me? Is it your money that you are going to use to build it? So that was what I told them, that this is not what they're supposed to come here and be talking about. They should look for something reasonable that will educate people. You understand? Now, a young guy on social media called Kennedy Wonder, he is from Kenya, I think in Nairobi. He hosted a space, and when it was my turn to speak, because I used to join many spaces, now when it was my turn to speak, he asked me, where are you speaking from? I told him that I am speaking from Biafra. He asked me, where is Biafra? What is Biafra? That the way the young guy insulted me and made me a fool in that space, I have never experienced such thing before. I don't know if I'm still coming up.
We can hear you. Continue, Mazi. You have 2 more minutes, please.
Okay, so the young guy, and why I was trying to speak, he removed me because I said I am from Biafra. Some people there say they are from Nigeria. So he asked me when I was expressing myself, tried to explain to them how the Nigerian government hate the Igbos. He asked me, "Who hates you?" So on the process of asking me that question, he removed me from the space. Okay, now today I also saw a space. A young guy, the guy came here, but he have left. He hosted a space, and they were asking questions about IPOP and elite or whatever they call it. Now, when they were talking, they are trying to give a narration on why Nigeria are suffering and so many things that are happening in Nigeria. Now, I try to link them back to Abuja Declaration 1989 to make them to understand what they discussed in that conference. Those guys start, all of them, even a captain, captain, the one that normally join us here, all of them started attacking me. Now, they were telling me that what I was telling them is a lie, that it is not in that conference. Now, let me use this opportunity to say this. If you go to Google and type Abuja Declaration 1989, you're not going to see what they discussed there. Because the place I got that link on website, I hide it in my system. I hid it in my system. So I went and collected it, go to their media, go to their social Twitter handle, send it to them. But I could not send it to the host because I didn't see any channel or any link for me to send it to him. But I sent it to Captain that this is the link. That website was edited in 21st July 2014. That was when they edited it and they distorted some certain things. Now, the one I have and the one you are going to see on Google will never be the same. They have changed everything. You see the kind of country we are living in. Now, when I was trying to make them to understand, all of them started attacking me. When I left to go and get the link, I came back, asked them for mark. They refused to give me mark until the space ended. Now, this is the kind of country that we are living in. So I want to inform our people that what you see that is happening today is a fulfillment of what our leader have already spoken, and it is coming to pass. You understand? So I just want to make them to understand my experiences in different spaces. Anyone I enter, I would like to bring Biafra into the matter. What the one I told them I'm from Biafra, because I can tell you I'm from Nigeria. When I know very well that I don't like it, I'm fighting. I hate Nigeria. Nigeria is a cause to me. Nigeria have made me to lose so many things. Everything anybody that did not come in contact with that link that I have, Abuja Declaration, will not understand why they are killing the Christians and why they refuse the Igbos to rule. It was discussed in that conference. So anybody that want the link, I will give him the link. What you will see on Google will be different from the one I will give you, and the one I will give you is coming from Naira Land. They were the one that hide that link. You understand? So, and this is what I want to say, because the young guy made me a fool today. All of them attacked me, captain and his colleague and his co-host. They all attacked me because I tried to make them to understand. And when I checked the young guy's profile Twitter handle, I came to understand the guy is a Nigerian. He's fighting for the unity of Nigeria. You understand? That was when I knew why he attacked me. So thank you, Chukwemeka, Mazi Chukwemeka. Thank you so much.
Ndewo Mazi Oziomachi, I can feel your anger, but you see one thing, no matter how they try to stop us, we must continue. The last 2 years since our leader was rendition, kidnapped, and brought back to the zoo, we've been under attack. I keep saying this thing, many people does not understand it. So you can imagine how you feel. Now, I want to ask you a question because I want to say something, not a question. I want to say something to our listeners, our family members, comrades that are here. If you felt bad because of such things, can you now imagine the burden of the principal officers, those IPOB coordinators, the members of DOS, our head DOS, how people are antagonizing them, insulting them, throwing every kind of garbage at them? Our chief of defense, Mazi Samoru, what all sorts of names that they keep calling him and all these things. We have a very thick skin. You have to grow a thicker skin. Just make sure that the word you are bringing out is like a poisoned arrow, so that once you shoot it, if he touch that person, when he go home, he will sit one corner and think about it, because that is the way our leader is doing it. You will tell him, call him. When we came out, they were calling us miscreants. That is the truth. Mazi that had been there for a long time, understood where I'm going to. We were called Facebook terrorists. We were called miscreants. All sort of name. Our leader keep repeating to them those days. You can call me whatever you like, but with truth and with this microphone, I'm going to crumble the zoo. And by the time I finish, Somalia will be better than it. Is it not the reality today? It is the reality today. It is the reality today. So we all have to know exactly what time it is and know how to handle these people. But we are one thing is sure, one thing is guaranteed. At the end of the day, victory is our own, because our leader told us once they start attacking us, once they start talking about us, know that Biafra is already there. Before they don't call us Biafrans. But today, once like me now, once those where I walk, or if I'm walking on the street wearing my cap, before I pass two people, one person will tell me, look at this Biafran man, or they will tell me, oh, hey, Biafra. So that is just the fact. And when somebody call you a Nigerian, you can just answer the person by saying, hey, my friend, listen, I'm a Biafran. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. Anybody that come up to you and tell you he's a Nigerian is a thief. Run for your life. So once you repeat that statement, if that person is not a Nigerian, once you repeat it to him, he will now have the interest to know why you that he was expecting to be a Nigerian is telling him that anybody that call himself a Nigerian is a thief. Then you can now open your basket of complaint and throw it at him. Starting with that Nigeria is the reason why no black man has dignity in this Mother Earth. That you if that person is black, tell him you as a black person, that you leave your country today to come to this place you are, is because of that name Nigeria. This is a fact. So before I continue, because we're getting to the end of this program, I would like to give the mic to Mazi and Malaki. Mazi, please, the mic is yours. Make it short, please.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening, Mazi. You are doing great. You are doing great. I'm seeing your work. And I'm seeing everybody. Greetings to Omo Chineke here with us. As usual, I was also in that space where where my brother was referring to. And let me just correct one thing. My brother, Captain was not involved in those who were disparaging you. Captain wasn't involved. It was the host and the other person called DPO or whatever. Captain was absent and was even silent, I believe. He did not even utter a word. I was following every damn thing. The point is, Mazi, the truth is, there is something you said now at your closing remark that no black man has, how did you put it? That is how you put it.
I said that every black man that is suffering or came out, leave his country to come to this Europe, to Western world, to scavenge, that the reason why that person made that journey is because Nigeria, because of that country called Nigeria. Exactly. That his calamities, the cause of his calamity is that name Nigeria. Exactly. So that was my statement.
Now, my brother, I went to this place and I was so ashamed. I was so bitter. I was so angry. Then I started by cursing them. Believe you me, because I wanted them to just throw me off. I don't want to listen. I couldn't continue listening to the jargon they were speaking. These people are so devilish. Their heart is so black. So, I came there. My first word was to curse them. I told them every curse in my life, and they closed my microphone. They closed my microphone after some few seconds of his correction or whatever. Then he said I shouldn't use those words, that he should go to hell. I told them, man, look at what you people are turning the facts upside down. Look at a man whom have suffered for you, even you are an Igbo man. The other one is also an Igbo man. Why are you people so dark? Why are you people so wicked? That I told them that I wish them 8 years of Buhari. 8 years of Buhari deputy again. By then, I will know that I'm sure they will be searching for Biafra to help them. But one thing I guarantee them is that Biafra will come. So if all this they are gangling up is to stop us, they are wasting their damn time. They are just wasting their damn because we are prepared. Our heart is settled. Have you had any IPOB speaking in public before? Do you notice any sign of weakness or tiredness? No. All their aim of arresting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, propaganding against us, building up a parallel IPOB like the one controlled by Ekperima. Everything has failed. We are still standing. We are still talking. We are still moving. We are still contributing. And we are still dying. And we never stop until Biafra come. So the point is, Nigerians do not know that they are in darkness. That is the truth, Mazi. I'm telling you honestly, they think that what is happening to them is just politics. That it is we have to stand here and stand here to survive. They don't know that they are in darkness, and nobody will liberate them except Biafra come. That is the honest truth, because their mindset is so rotten. Their mindset is unsalvageable. You can never get these people light. The only light that can shine in them is the light that IPOB brings. Believe you me, I'm not boasting. You guys are all IPOB. We have risen above these people. These people are in darkness. They are beyond beneath. Believe you me. So we must continue doing what we are doing. They don't understand what we are doing. That is the truth. I've been in several Nigerian space. What they talk is what is outside of this world. They don't understand the reality of this world, and they don't understand the world we are living. That all, as long as we attach ourselves with this Western politics, this Western structure, oh, you must fight for your survival. As long as we are attached with this Western structure, you must always fight for your own survival. The Western people who created this structure, they do not wish us good.
Minutes or 1 hour until I got the mic. So I took patience to at least to a kind of
Am I coming out? Or have I stopped?
Go ahead, you're coming out clear.
I don't know when I stopped, please. Can you tell me? Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead. We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. Mazi Chukwu has interrupted me. I didn't know if I had a problem. Did I have a problem with my connection earlier on? Please, Mazi Kelechi.
Yes, you did. But go ahead.
Okay. The point is, let me just round it up. The truth is we must continue doing what we are doing. The Nigerians, average Nigeria, does not understand the situation they are in. The situation we are in, as long as, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, as long as we attach ourselves to this Western structure, we must always fight for our survival. That is the truth. So never let these people discourage you. I'm now encouraging ourselves because I believe 90% of people in this space are all IPOB. Please, never let the ignorance of Nigerians discourage you. Let us keep on going. We are the light that we shine on them. Thank you very much, Watchneke. I believe there is a problem in the connection. Mazi, I hope there is. Are you hearing? Come up, man.
He can't hear you. He's reconnecting. It's like his network is disturbing.
Okay, I see. So let me take over. Please let Mazi Kelechi, because it's like I had your voice there in that space as well, and I had Mazi MNK Junior as well space in that forum, in that space. Please, any one of you can keep this space alive until the host comes up. Please unmute yourself and go ahead. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Sam Malaki. Thank you, every Biafran out there. While we wait for Chuku, somebody to come online, I would like to use this opportunity given to me to encourage our brother Mazi Ozioma Chuku, Ozioma Chulelu, and whatever you are doing in this world. One thing you must know is your enemy can never give you a breathing space, no matter what. And that is why we who believe in religion and Christianity know that the word they say that since the death of John the Baptist, that the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and only the violent take it by force. That is never a lie. From every reality and fact in this world, that is the fact. So your enemy must do everything to frustrate you. While they are frustrating you, they are only trying to make you believe in what they believe. They are only trying to make you to change your mind on that which is good for you, to do that which they want you to do. You are not the only one who are being into a space and we are embarrassed or shouted at or looked down on by this agent of a Nigeria government in every part of Africa. When you are talking about Kenya space where you are embarrassed or shouted at, have you forgotten that these same Kenyans were part of our enemies, judging by their contribution in the rendition and kidnapping of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Have you forgotten that? So how do you think they will give you that space to discuss or contribute to the welfare of Biafra? So don't give up. I was happy when I was in the other space. That's when I followed the SAP Malaki for a very long time, but I never hear him speak. But today I was like a bit prouder of IPOB family and the coordinators because he gave them exactly what they need. Because leave them alone to speak on behalf of everybody, they will be messing up there. But with the people like Sam Malaki, I was proud to be in that space today. So what I'm telling every IPOB member and the Biafrans, let not give up. Whenever your enemies increase their attack on you, left and right, know that what you have given them before, the pressure you gave them have been increased in 100 times, that they are doing everything in their own power to subdue you or to limit that pressure they are facing from you. The issue of Biafra have come to a level that Nigerian government never expected it, because their wish when they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu was that by now everything about IPOB must have come to an end. But to their surprise, they find out that the IPOB family is growing further, and heavily than they expect. So to everyone who is on this space and everyone who is out there, what we'll be telling ourselves is that our salvation is around the corner no matter what. Let's not give up. Let's not give our enemies chance to even intimidate us. They have no reason to intimidate us. We are the one who will be intimidating them with our truth by telling them that everything our leader have said about Nigeria in the past has come to pass today. No matter how fast they try to deny it, no matter how well they try to deny it, they are feeling the pressure. So let's not give up. Let's continue. And I thank the leadership of the DOS under Nnamdi Kanu and every coordinator out there working hard to see that this struggle did not come to an end. We must continue. We are getting there. Sooner than later, we will live in our own land and sing our national anthem and be proud of who we are. Thank you again for the opportunity, Sam Malaki. Thank you.
Ndewo Mazi. This is the first time that I would be a part of this meeting. There's been times where I've had notifications of it, but I've never really had the time to come on. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi Azike. Mazi Onyebuchi Azike hails from Igbodo, and Igbodo is in Ika North East local government of Anioma province of Biafra land. By the grace of Chukwokike Abiyama, I'm a media personnel for IPOB Etequini Unit Durban. I'm the Twitter handler for IPOB Etequini Unit. Basically, I've been listening for a little bit now, and I would say that all the brothers out here, you all have really, really sound minds, and I can see that there is not without the effect of battle scars, which is where one or two brothers have had to say that once or twice that they've had situations where people will try to talk them down. I must tell you that um, IPOB have done exceptionally well because beyond my expectation. If you really understand what we are up against, um, we are fighting an age long system of colonial enslavement, physically, mentally, and systematically by a very, very, very old ancient enemy, which is the British Kingdom. Um, where you have situations where you say people try to talk you down, try to fight against you, and stuff like that. Well, when you do that, I would like every person to, when times like that come, I would like every person to remember that there is somebody who leads us, who is Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been through hell for over 600 days now. I leave you to imagine what it means to be in the hands of your enemies, people who hate you eternally, be in their hands for over 600 days. Every morning of your life, you wake up to their faces, to the sound of their footstep approaching wherever they have held you at and stuff like that. But still, in the midst of that, he still sends message out from the lawyers of encouragement, of strength, of hope, of assurance that we are on the right track and we are making progress. So that should be a point to draw strength from and encouragement. And I must say to you that if you go out to war and your enemies don't shoot at you, brothers, you are not fighting yet. You're just firing at blank spaces until you start to get a return, like a response. Then you know that somebody is hearing you. Then you know that what you are saying is hitting the conscience of the people you are saying it to. Because we live in a crazy world. This is a world where truth have been put away and replaced with lie. It's systematic. You have people who right now in the zoological republic who stood up in 2020 to protest against a system of oppression and enslavement, and got shot at and were brutally suppressed. But you would be amazed that today the same people who got shot at are out there campaigning for the same people who were quiet when they were shot, campaigning for the same people who were quiet when they ridicule them with what they call a public hearing and process of accountability, which nobody ever was held accountable for all the crimes and evil that was done to them. Amongst all the people who are politicians today, who they stand up, even the Obi, um, he was quiet during a time when they shot the people all over the nation, even in Obibo, all over the nation. He was quiet, He never said anything. He never condemned it. But you have people who still wake up to go and stand behind these same monsters who have sworn forever to keep the people mentally enslaved. These are the people that we are trying to save. These are the people we are trying to bring back to their mind. These are the people who we are trying to channel an upright spirit, a spirit of a sound mind back into them. So I would just say it's just a word of encouragement. I would just like everybody, when you hear them talk like that, you have to develop thick skin. Let it not get to you. Like Mazi Chinasa Wonru will say, you must put your emotions away. You must leave emotions in this struggle. So I'm just saying to everyone, whatever you do, wherever you find yourself and you see people trying to shoot you down, know that you have touched their conscience, and it's that wickedness and evil inside of them that speaks and try to shut you up or try to put you away from what you are doing. So you must not let them corrupt your mind. You must remain resolute. And this is the reason why every time you hear our comrades and our leaders say, we must continue. So we must continue. I appreciate everything that everybody is doing. And I won't lie, we are almost at the end of the tunnel. We are almost there. We are almost there. The world is talking about us. If you look around you, you would know, even if it makes them uncomfortable, but they are talking about us already. So keep doing what you are doing wherever you are. Don't stop. Um, Make sure that your what guides you is discipline and the fear of Chukwu Okike Abiama, and always remember the oath that you have taken as an IPOB member. This will guide your path and keep you away from derailing from whatsoever kind of like discouragement, or maybe you think people are having the order of the day. No, the order of the day that you think they are having is a crashing order. It is falling down. What you see there is a falling empire, and what you have in your hands is an empire that is rising. The seed has been planted already, and this seed is growing already. And I tell you, my brother, nothing good comes easy. So everybody keep keeping on, remain resolute. Never, ever, ever let your guard down. Stay sharp, keep a sound mind. And I tell you, all this hard work that we keep putting in, it will come to the time where we would say to ourselves, we've passed the Rubicon for real, like true, for real, like our leaders say, we have, and we all we would ever get is victory and victory and victory. So one thing I would like to say as a word of encouragement, I'm not a Christian, but I'm a spiritual person, and I study a lot. I read history, and I read the Torah, I read the Bible. If you have time and you read and you look, take a second for yourself to look around you and see what is going on right now in the world. You would find what time of calendar that we are in. And that calendar, the time that we are in, it is the time for the restoration of the outcast of the children of Israel, the true children of Zion. It is the time of their restoration. That is the time that we are in. And if you remember, somewhere in the book of Jeremiah, it says clearly that thou art my battle axe and my weapons of war. With thee I will bring down kings, I will bring down nations. You are the people who Jeremiah talked about in the ancient times, in the time where nobody even knew that you would exist in this world. You are the source that the Most High is using to wake up the dry bones. So do not stop, do not go back. Continue to preserve your sanity and keep moving ahead. We will overcome. Don't let anybody tell you any bullshit wherever they are. They can say what they want to say. Yes, it is their right. But you must continue to keep on that positive energy and vibe. If you listen, like Bob Marley say, don't let them school you or don't let them rearrange you. So my brothers, stay solid. We are winning. Don't ever give up. So this is just my contribution, and also to the brother MNK Junior. I heard you saying that you are one of the leading people for Umuchuku writers. You said that you people need materials for the work that you are doing. I do not know how I can speak to you. I do not know how I can be helpful to what you are doing. I do not know what you people need. But if there is any way that I can make what you are doing easy, I would like to be helpful. I would like to assist. So if there's anyhow you can say it, I can make and you say whatever you need, I can be able to source for what I can and give it to my coordinator, and he can find a way to get it across to you guys. So kudos. Almost hail Biafra. Thank you.
Ohe Biafra, Mazi, Ndewo. I'm happy to be back after suffering technical issues. Like all of you know, like as we've said it at the beginning of this program, we are always under attack since the first day. We've been always under attack. They keep attacking us from renditioning our leader, from kidnapping many IPOB family members, from invading our gathering in the contraption called Zoo Nigeria, from paying infiltrators to come into our midst and destabilize us. Those that thought that by now, since they've kidnapped our leaders, they are now scratching their head. They've made loss in their investment. They invested their money longly. It's like those that use their money to go and visit prostitutes. So the money is lost. That is just the way it is. We keep marching. We are a moving train. Anybody that jump in front of us, we are going to match that person mercilessly. That is the way it is. Burning fire. The truth is always going to defeat the darkness. And that is the way it is. Mazi, thank you for your wonderful words. And Mazi Udara, you've heard what he said, but I will say you inbox him later. We shouldn't be discussing things in openly. Those things that you felt you need, inbox him, inbox me also, because I bring it to my own national coordinator also, and we can see how to coordinate and make sure that Umuchuku writers continue doing the good work that they are doing. Chukwu Kabiama bless you all. As we are drawing close to the end of this program, one thing is clear. It is Biafra or Biafra. We have no alternative. There is no second book. There is no strategy A. There is no compromise. There is no retreat. And there will be no surrender. If it is one person remaining at the end of this struggle, let that person keep riding with our flag to make the coming generation understand that there are men that swore to restore a nation where the children of light can live free and serve Chukwu Okabiama the way it's supposed to be. That there are men that have scoreroom between their legs. Those men that knew what it is called to live as free men. And one thing is clear. Without the restoration of Biafra, as long as you're a black man, no matter wherever you are, you have no dignity. Nobody will respect you. You have no home. All you have is location, no matter where you come from in Africa. There is no how, because as long as Biafra is not free, I'm saying this now to those who are not in that who are not from that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. Those that doesn't know history. There is a playbook, this film, Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, where a light was taken out of community and a deity, and the community became poor and darkness. It is a playbook from Africa, what they did to Africans. Since the destruction, Biafran nation, Biafran kingdom, not nation, because we were kingdom, we were kings and queens. Since the conquering of our kingdom, that was when they started doing all this rubbish. Without conquering our kingdom, it is written, I live here in Germany, there couldn't have been this Berlin conference. It wasn't possible. It was after the conquering of Biafra. That was when the white people could do their Berlin conference, share Africa according to their flags, and start exploiting our mineral resources. We are the light in that darkness called Africa, Ahabulam. So, and I want you all to know, without the restoration of Biafra, Africa is going nowhere. Africa will never go nowhere without the restoration of Biafra. So it is a call of duty to every lovers of freedom from all over Africa, young African youths that believe in truth and justice, to make sure they call out their own government, those that are in their own seat of power. Remind them there is an innocent man that was kidnapped in Kenya and renditioned to Nigeria. What is the crime of that man? Let those people understand that. Tell us what that man did. Why did the court of that country free him and they are still keeping him in detention? These are questions that need answer. And to the gullible ones in that contraption called Nigeria, I wish you all luck. Today is us and tomorrow it shall be you. That was the word of Haile Selassie, Gabriel Haile Selassie, the former leader of Ethiopia. That was the word he gave the white people when he came to United Nations to complain of the injustice that the Italians are invading Ethiopia. And they start laughing at him, start calling him monkeys. Some were throwing bananas on him. He placed the curse on them and said, today it is we, and tomorrow it shall be you. It didn't take long, and Hitler started invading all countries in Europe. Our leader said this thing before his rendition. If you fail to let Biafra go, I want you all to know there is mysteries. There are things happening in our own lifetime. We are experiencing God, the work of Chukwu Kabiama in our midst, in our lifetime. Our leader said this thing before his rendition, that this mandate he has come from Elohim. He's not afraid to die or anything. And if they fail to let Biafra go, Okike will destroy Europe. Is going to destroy Britain and all these nations that are behind those that are suppressing and massacring us. And these things are transpiring in front of our eyes. It doesn't take long. You saw this Ukraine crisis started. So now Russia are in the mix. Russia are now bringing out, you know, when you gather together and steal something from a poor person, and one day when both of you have problem, the one will start bringing out the secret of the other person. Now Russia is bringing out the secret of the West, giving us. Even though we know that Russia did not partake in exploitation of Africa, because I've asked many gullible people, which country in Africa did Russia colonize? With the one I knew, with the experience I have, with all the travel that I did and the ones I read, during the fight of apartheid, I think the last brother that spoke here can bear me witness. You have even Russian mercenaries fighting side by side with the ANCs. They were the only people providing weapons for the black Africans to fight the apartheid regime. They were in Maputo, in Mozambique, fighting to make sure that what do you call this man that owned almost the whole diamond field you have in South Africa, to make sure that they doesn't have stronghold. Russians were fighting them both in Angola, in almost all part of southern part of Africa, fighting this West colonialists, the apartheid regime of South Africa. Without them, the apartheid win. This thing Americans and these people, this thing are talking, this glory that Clinton with other people came to take, is fake. The real reason the white people dropped that apartheid regime was because of USSR. It was because of Russia. Julius Malema said it, and I believed him, and he proved the fact. He knows it. And that's why today in that conflict, South Africa is standing with Russia. Biafra will stand with Russia. Every peace-loving indigenous people on this earth, we stand with them. So I thank each and every one of you for joining us today. Please endeavor to join us next week, Sunday, Biafran, 7 p.m. Biafran time. And remember, on the 11th, our leader is going to Supreme Court. We hear the case of our leader. Nothing less than unconditional release of our leader is what IPOB is calling on, is our demand. Not those that are saying release our leader to them. And so our leader will not come out to come and be a kind of, I don't know, negotiation tool for anybody. Because our leader is Prince of Peace, the Prince from East, and he shall never be under the control of you criminal politicians. You guys can speak out, call for his unconditional release, but don't say that they should release him to you, because our leader will not be released to anybody. Nobody will think he can use our leader for his own personal use. He's bigger than that. He's not just a human, the way most of you have your Jesus. And so this is the way we IPOB hold our leader. And anybody that is angry about it can jump in River Niger. It is our own Lord and Savior. If you don't like it, go and hang yourself. This is my own word this evening. May Okike be your strength, and may Elohim guide each and every one of you. May he continue to guide and protect all IPOB principal officers. I want to use this opportunity to thank the IPOB principal officers in Germany, because I know the kind of wonderful work they're doing. Not only them, all IPOB principal officers around the globe, those media warriors around the globe. I know every work, every family member of IPOB. I understand the sacrifice all of you are doing, day in and day out. And those of us that are still sitting on the fence, consider what happened to our people in Sudan during the evacuation. You saw how they stopped the bus in the middle of desert and walked our people out of the bus and took only their own people and returned them. The injustice keep happening. The massacres keep happening. But we knew, our leader told us, our people are so stubborn that they will be persecuted till they will have nowhere to run to than to come down under this umbrella Okike gave us, called IPOB. May Chukwuka Biama bless you all. From me, from here, I thank you, the host, and I thank every one of you that took the time to join us today. It is good evening.